All right, we're a few minutes late, so welcome to the Friday Night Strike. I'm your host, Night Strike, and we got a couple people out in the chat right now. There's George, Cortez, and Gun Loving the Grandpa. George does have a link. Scott P79 is also out there. But, whoever jumps in. I've sent links out. I don't know if they'll get them or not. It's been a night. So, anyways. Kind of tired. And Defense Dad is also out there, still working. He's got the working blues. So that's what's happened. Moo can also jump in if he's not at the hospital tonight. I'm pretty sure I sent Moo a link too. Just throwing that out there. Uh-oh. Rob, you're muted, by the way.
All right. Hello. How's it going?
Going good. Your internet seems to be working great tonight.
Yeah, I'm standing next to the window.
Cool.
Blows in.
Guys.
Uh-oh. George is here. Okay, he saved us. We're good. George is here.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yeah. We're all here.
George.
George,
did you What?
Did you check your mail today?
Yeah, I checked my mail today. Nothing.
I'll send you another one. Don't worry about it.
It's weird, man. Yeah, we'll just hold on a sec to it. Hope maybe, I don't know. Hopefully it didn't get lost, but like I said, still one more day of mail, so we'll see.
Yeah, if it doesn't get to you by Monday, I'll send you more. Don't worry. I've got them out the yin yang, so don't worry about it. You'll get more. Man. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Also I'm pulling double duty today.
Yeah, I see that. You're pulling double duty.
Got them both on. I also got Ghost Tactical on the top.
Walking billboard.
Yeah.
And Spike's Tactical in the back.
I'm surprised you don't have a leprechaun patch.
I should, man, but I haven't got any more patches lately. Need to get more. I need to get some clovers and some other guys, man. See what's going on.
I know Defense Dad. I know you're out there on the Central Time, but in the Southeast, pretty much, come 5 o'clock, everybody tries to duck out early on a Friday.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't know if it's like that down in South Texas, George, but in the normal part of the South, because I know the Texas doesn't necessarily like themselves being called part of the South, even though guess what, they were, they are still.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't like it, but they can deal with it. And the thing is, in the South, at least the Charleston area of the South, people like to duck out at like 5:30, 6 o'clock at latest.
So I think it's whenever they can, even if they come in at 10 in the morning, to work, and then they're like, okay, been here for an hour. Let's see if I can duck out of here.
right? Yeah.
Normally in the East, unless you're the boss or something like that, you're working until your time's up. So
right.
Slack a little bit towards the end of the day, and you'll be the first one to get canned when things go bad some other time down the road. But that's what's typical. So thankfully, I was in the shower and getting cleaned up after work by like 4:30. So, but that's just how the job broke out. So I worked too fast yesterday, I guess.
Defense Dad says in retail we get in trouble for that. Yes, we do. But hey, guess what? Even retail doesn't abide by that down here in the South either. So I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. It's hit or miss Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. So
please stop by and join the show. Watch it. Put it on your notification list so you won't miss the show.
So, what's going on, guys?
Get any work done today? Oh, sorry.
Me? I've just been working on that website, so because he wants the storefront, so I had to set up a storefront, and I'm working on that.
Cool.
So,
I mean, I'm just here doing stuff around the house, washing clothes so that way I don't have to wash in the weekend, like Saturday or Sunday. So I'll have clothes for the rest of the week.
Yeah. Just working on that website, and I had to run some errands earlier this morning too, because apparently, there's a whole bunch of people who are subscribed to GunTube on Patreon, and GunTube went and sent a bunch of patches out today.
Cool.
So I'm gonna have to go and make an update on Patreon, showing that everything was ready to go and got sent out. So that's good.
Plastic 2 rooms up like a murder scene, and paint ceilings, do walls, a new weather strip on a garage door, put up a couple pieces of trim.
Dude, you're in New York. That should be like, old hat for you.
Yeah, it was. That's why it was a quick, easy day. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
all bets are off.
We got to move.
Back it up, you heifers. You mother heifers. Mother heifer.
Defense Dad is pulling a fast one on us. He said he didn't have to be in until noon today, and he got some range time in. That's no bueno. That's no bueno. Not even I got range time today, and I've got a backyard range, which is pretty bad.
No excuses,
man. Don't be a hater. Yeah, be happy. At least somebody had fun today.
Roller Trip says good thing about being salary Friday by noon is beer 30.
I thought New York Outcasts had that early morning, lady time.
Well, he doesn't talk about that.
I know, but we know that he knows that we know.
Right.
Hey man, you get it when you can get it.
That is the correct answer, Rob.
No, that is the best response we could have expected from Rob.
He's like thinking, yeah, I was. Oh, we're live. Never mind.
Yeah, we are.
No comment.
Yeah.
You know what no comment means, right?
I plead the fifth.
You had 5? Oh.
This isn't a murder trial. You're not allowed to plead the fifth.
Can I treat Rob as a hostile witness?
No.
No, you can't treat him as a hostile witness.
Well, he's probably the only one that got laid today.
Yeah, I mean, maybe being held against his will in New York, but that's about as far as we can go.
Well, So, what are we talking about?
Nothing. We're just hanging out.
I tried to burn down my house today.
All right. What'd you do?
I put in a giant slab of ribs into my smoker, which is one of those Bradley electric smokers that feeds the pucks in like every 15 minutes. And I'm so lazy that I had my security camera focused on the temperature gauge on the smoker so I could monitor it from my office while I worked, and I could see it on my phone. So it was maintaining 250. And I'm like, cool. Well, then I look back, and the gauge is at 0. And there's smoke coming out of the smoker, which is normal, but it was way different kind of smoke. So I run upstairs. I open the door. The door falls off the damn smoker because it's on fire. And this was at 3 hours in. I was ready to go wrap it, the 3-2-1 method on ribs. I don't know if you guys know about that, but anyway. Open it.
You bought that smoker from Wish?
Probably.
Wow.
I think I bought it from.
It wasn't your first run, was it?
Tony is calling you
worked
out.
In the past.
I've had it for.
Tony's calling you out, saying it's electric smoker. Only Yankees would use electricity to smoke meat.
Oh, I've got two other. I got a stick burner, and I've got a charcoal burner too. And this was just because I was working all day. I'm like lazy, so I put it in my electric smoker. So I agree. I totally agree. But anyway, so the fucking door falls off, and it's on fire. There's just all this shit, plastic and metal burning there's out of every orifice of this thing. There's flames coming out, and it's on the. I have a walkout basement, and the smoker is on the main level on the deck, and it's right next to the railing. I keep it like a foot away from the railing, about 2 feet away from the house. So luckily that's what I did. So and we just moved into this house in April. So I run to the kitchen sink. I look under the kitchen sink. Where the fuck is my fire extinguisher? It's not there. I run to the pantry. It's not there. I run to the hall closet. Not there. So I know I have one in my bug out bag in my truck. So I run out to my damn truck, grab my fire extinguisher. I'm running in, and my daughter's on the couch recovering from surgery. She's like, "Dad, what's going on?" I'm like, "Shut up." And I'm like out there. I'm like, it took me 3 times with the fire extinguisher to put this goddamn fire out.
Wow. Well, you know what you need now, don't you?
I just ordered 3 brand new fire extinguishers from Amazon.
I was also going to say you probably need a new smoker too, but
the smoker's I already bagged it up into 50-gallon can liner and threw it in the hopper. And I wanted to get a new Yoder smoker anyway, talking to Guns and Barbecue. So, yeah. What were you going to say, Rob?
I was just going to say, I keep one in my room just in case that happens at night or something pops up. I can just grab it right there because
for sure.
The way your house is set up, sometimes you can't make it to the kitchen to get one.
Right.
I have one in the kitchen as well by the back door. So,
well, my old house, I had them set up strategically, like everywhere, on a wall hanger.
It's a good thing, and they make
everything
a decent target. Afterwards, so some you can get refilled at the fire department. Nobody does, but you can.
Right, and since I moved, did I lose you?
No, you're still here.
Oh, that's crazy.
We lost George.
George of the jungle. Yeah.
Tony's here to yell at you for being a Yankee.
I am a Yankee, though. Bring it on, Tony. Take it off mute.
Well, before he starts yelling at you, I just want to say I'm glad you're all right, man.
Hey,
your house didn't burn down. Hopefully, you
yeah.
You're running out.
Glad you're all right and whatnot. But you're gonna need a new smoker.
Yeah, well, now that it's all done and I'm not having a heart attack anymore, now I'm smoker shopping. So I still have my Weber Performer that I use as a grill and a smoker, but I want to get a pellet grill.
Yeah, apparently Roland Tripp had his Blackstone flat top grill delivered today. It is seasoned and used now.
Cool.
All right. That's pretty good. I don't normally do grill pictures or smoker pictures, but if you got a picture, send it my way. We'll showcase it because, what the hell? We were talking about different types of cheese last night, so we're talking about smokers tonight.
How about smoked cheese?
We already went to smoked cheese last night, too.
All this time was I needed Good Lord.
Were you ranting and raving? That's the wrong podcast.
It's always good to be muted for the first 30 seconds.
Right.
It cuts out all the rants.
It's like, how do I turn this damn thing on?
Pellets and electricity. This is the sign of our social networking, or what is it? What am I trying to say? The social fabric of our country is going.
No, it's the pussification of America.
I was trying to think of some nice words.
I totally agree.
That is nice.
My grandmother. I remember when my grandmother got old. She was like, "I want to get rid of this wood fireplace and put in one of those electric fireplaces."
Oh, my great grandmother did the same thing. I know.
You spend more money on electricity than you do fire.
Right.
And even then, the
electricity smells funny. Have you ever smelled an electrical fire? It smells.
Oh yeah,
smells weird.
I love electrical fires. Right when they happen underneath your desk when you're working on a computer, it's great. Let me tell you about it.
Oh man,
there's nothing like getting singed by fire as well as shocked by electricity when working on a computer. Ask me how I know.
What else do you smell going off underneath your desk?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
I was trying to make a campfire. There was a little friction.
Skip that one.
But
I've always wondered. I know the pellet fireplaces are really more efficient, but people really. I mean, honestly, we put one of those in for a customer one time, and I thought the whole time I was thinking this has to be the most boring fireplace in the world. You put pellets and it burns for 2 or 3 days, and you're like, but it doesn't smell like it. There's no hickory or oak or.
No, I was talking about the pellet smoker where it just.
I know, but you reminded me of the pellet fireplace.
Oh yeah. A friend of mine has one of those too. I totally agree. I was always a real wood fireplace a guy. Yeah.
I remember asking them if they had rabbits. When we first started loading it up, they were like, no, they didn't get the joke, I guess. So
I almost lit a dresser up with a fireplace at the last hotel there. For that rally. The room was supposed to be like 2 rooms or whatever, and we got there. It was 2 rooms, but it was a couch in one, bed in the other, and a conjoined fireplace. And it's glass like all the way through, so that was no good. And so I kind of slid the dresser over, and by morning, like, we smelled something, and oh my gosh, the dresser almost melted. So,
oh shit!
Thankfully it didn't, but like it was hot to touch, so I got pretty lucky. But, good thing we didn't sleep in till like kick out our time or whatever. We had to go to the rally, but. It was pretty bad. So, it didn't damage anything, but
the rally
could have been a problem.
What kind of rally? The BLM rally?
Harrisburg rally. So the one that was 2 weeks ago, I believe now. So that was pretty crazy. So.
Yeah. For those things you don't like anymore, Tony.
I didn't know if it was a white supremacist rally or a BLM.
He's got the wrong background for that kind of thing.
Okay, nobody understands humor anymore, so I keep forgetting this is the internet.
I was also making a joke there.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay.
So
I could barely hear Tony if there was something I missed or whatever. I hear him, but he sounds like he's.
Oh, all Yankees say that when they're mad about something a Southerner says. I just couldn't hear him. I didn't really hear him.
Yeah.
Can you really not hear me?
Yeah. And then they go like, I do not recall that.
I don't recall that.
Yeah. It's another one.
They have that New York hearing, selective hearing.
Yeah. Well, my dad's got that too, so I have to deal with that.
Is it really that bad? Is it really low? Is the volume low?
No, you're fine. You're fine, Rob.
Still can't hear you.
No.
All the Yankees can't hear me.
Moo is only saying that because his milk has gone sour.
Make some buttermilk.
I've been hoofing it all day.
Make some cheese or buttermilk.
I don't think you'd want any buttermilk from Moo. That's just
No, she calls it better milk.
That's definitely what she said.
Good for your complexion.
Yeah. Defense Dad is saying electric smokers have to replace. My townhouse had shingle wood siding, so it was a safety issue. He's in a condo now, and city ordinance doesn't allow propane or charcoal, so electric is better than nothing. Annoys the hell out of.
I thought that was like fake. I thought electric smokers weren't real. I thought you were joking at first. I've never.
No, there are electric smokers. Clint says electric smokers are awesome. Why spend all that time regulating the heat and smoke if you can just set it and let it go? Yeah, the problem is, in his case, he set it and let it go, and it really went. Dude,
it was an inferno. I can't if it wasn't time, if it wasn't at the 3-hour mark when I was going to go up and check it. I mean, I saw it on my video camera. I just thought my thermometer died, right? And but if it was not at the 3-hour mark where I was going to go wrap the ribs, I mean, there's been times where I wake up at 3 a.m. and we'll put a 9-pound pork butt on that thing, go back to bed, because I don't have to look at it for a few hours.
I mean, how do you get the flavor from an electric smoker? My God, I mean,
it's got the
tobacco leaves in there with it or something, or what?
Yeah, we have
because the whole point of having a smoker is to have the flavor from the wood.
Well, it has wood pucks that go in every 15 minutes. So you got hickory, it's compressed just like the pellet smoker.
Oh my God, I bet they're OSB or something, aren't they?
Yeah, I prefer OSB. It's got the Elmer's glue tape.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got the glue.
And
because we all know
glue.
Moo used to eat paste all the time, so he knows.
Yeah, I like the really thick stuff that you get out with a spatula.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got dandelions around here. some pine needles. It tastes
construction paper.
Tar paper.
A couple of shingles. You throw a couple of old shingles in there.
That'll smoke it at me.
Vanessa Kitty is asking, what burning wood is difficult to control? What fire are you building and in what? A pan with wood chips or some such?
Burning wood is difficult to control. Well, it's called the amount of wood that you try to burn in the first place. If you try to burn a house down, that's a lot of wood and you'll have a big fire. If you burn a little wood, you'll have a little fire. Now, see, I know Vanessa she's a top-notch girl, so I know she's smarter than that. She's being facetious.
Oh, I know she is. But we got to roll with it. So
she's trying to moderate between the electric people and the wood people.
Right.
Well, I'm all three.
Electric, wood, and gas.
Well, my stick burner, I've got an offset stick burner where you build a fire in the offside and let it flow through, go out the chimney. And I got the Weber Performer that's charcoal. You make the snake in there. That'll keep it at 225 for about 11 hours. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay.
But now where's Guns and Barbecue at? He's not in here yet.
I was only giving Vanessa a hard time because I know she's a vet. She's top notch.
So how many of you guys have chimneys? You guys have fireplace in your house?
It's 2 syllables. It's not
it's
one.
Chimney. It's chimney, not chimney.
Chimney.
Like Adam Chimneys?
Adam Chimney.
Okay. All right. Listen, Vic Van Dyke. It's not chimney. It's chimney.
No, it's Chim Lee.
No. That was the guy on Pawn Stars.
That's Chum Lee.
That's Chumley. Do you guys have fireplaces in your house?
Yes.
Like, have you guys ever tried doing those paper logs?
Oh yeah, I do those all the time.
Where you you cut up pieces of paper and cardboard, and then you dunk them in water for a while, and then you kind of like squeeze all the water out and form them into logs.
I make those every now and then because I get tons of spam mail, and that's a good thing to use it for.
I've seen those.
They burn better.
Yeah,
I've seen those forms you can buy, and you put like a little hydraulic press on them, and make a bunch of those compressed logs.
Yeah,
those look pretty cool. I mean, here in South Texas, we don't have very many houses with fireplaces. We don't have one in my house. So like, there's only certain houses that have them, and I always thought it would be cool, like if, you have a storm or something, it's cold, and instead of trying to burn wood all the time, you can burn some of those paper logs. They say they're pretty good.
I mean, when I lived in Arizona, we lived in a stucco house and we still had a fireplace.
Oh, really? Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fake wood. You got to burn real wood in a fireplace. You can't burn it.
No. Paper logs. That's real. That's not fake wood. It came from a tree.
It came from a tree. That's right.
They had chemicals in there that smell funny when you burn them.
Well,
and they give you cancer.
I hate to say this, but we all smell funny.
In California, everything gives you cancer.
California gives you everything. In California gives you cancer.
Yeah, that's why it's good. California.
You own an AR-15 that gives you cancer.
No,
that's what it says.
Yeah.
You don't need this or that because California says so.
Well, if you burn newspaper, you can smell BS when you burn it.
That's true.
Just like this podcast.
Ouch! That hurt.
This is a podcast, and we're not getting credit in the credits for it.
I'm not getting.
We're supposed to put credits in there.
When you roll at the end, you're supposed to put all the participants, and we get a cut of the ad money.
Yeah. What ads? I turned my ads off on this.
We all get a cut at the end of this. Same as the last one.
You get to cut the cheese.
Not again about cheese. We're not talking about cheese tonight.
What kind of cheese?
No cheese.
Mo cheese?
Not your cheese anymore.
Pepper jack.
Nacho cheese. Oh God. No more cheese chat.
Cheese chat, Mario.
Oh, sure. Mario's out there. Watch out.
He said cheese. Was it last night? And he had to jump in.
Yeah. Well, he's got a link if he wants to jump in. He just needs to check his email. Defense Dad says at Night Strike, stupid thing is when we can't have charcoal or propane grills. His place has a wood burning fireplace. It's like gun control. Makes no sense.
Gas or propane, they put a stink in natural gas and propane because natural gas doesn't have a smell, right? It doesn't have an odor, so they put that stink in it, and then that stink gets put into your meat when you use gas or propane. So I hate to disturb everyone's thought about.
That's why you cook with mesquite wood.
That's right.
Gives it flavor.
Right.
Tony, stop trying to stink up my food.
What if my meat already stinks?
So it might smell better after natural gas.
Then you need a better butcher.
I was thinking I need a bath.
You might.
It smells like cheese.
All right. Vanessa says she's currently hunting.
Y'all don't know anything about kids books, right? When my kids were little, I would read them this book called The Stinky Cheese Man. Did you always?
Oh yeah.
And I would always crack up. I never could finish the book because I would be laughing so hard by the time
Yeah.
They always wondered, what is this book about? I don't know. The Stinky Cheese Man.
It's a hilarious book. No. But Vanessa Kitty's out there saying she's currently hunting down a really large cast iron pot for the fire pit. If she makes a large tripod to suspend over the fire pit, it will be for stews and chilies. And she says, yes, cheese chat, aged cheddars.
Wasn't she like a fighter pilot in the Air Force or something like that?
I think she was something like that. She was all I know is
no, she was in the Air. I'm pretty sure
she was in the Air Force.
Yeah, she was Air Force. She was probably like whatever the Special Forces of Air Force was.
I think that was Space Force.
No. That's Space Force now.
Oh yeah.
Defense says, "Boo! Your cheese jokes are utterly ridiculous."
That's the best one I heard yet.
I need to do a video about my churn my grandmother gave me, because I remember as a child she would pour milk or something in there and I'd have to churn it like,
I think it's cream.
Up and down, up and down, up and down. But I still have that churn.
So you used to churn butter like an Amish.
I don't remember exactly what she used to do with it. But,
and that's why she had a big forearm, because of the butter churn, right?
Right.
Okay, you're talking about my grandmother now. Okay.
They called her Granny Popeye.
So that must be something about being from Tennessee, because I used to churn butter with my grandmother too.
I bet you did.
See. I was handed the churn down to carry for generations. And one time I went into the attic and it had all fallen apart. And I got on the internet and it said soak it in water and it will swell back up, and all the little iron rings will make it fit, stay together again.
Soak it in cider.
So now it's sitting beside my fireplace, my wood fireplace, no gas or electricity or shingles.
Fireplace too.
You know what, though? Working that butter churn really prepared me for my teenage years, so I greatly appreciate it.
I think it was the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to put a quilt over it? No. So, and all joking aside, it was, considering that it was a wooden churn with iron rings on it, it was pretty clean and easy to deal with. There was no tube socks required or anything. It was.
No, you just had to. The thing is, they used it every day, so they just kept it going. There was no cankering of the whatever was in there. You just used it, and that was it. You just kept using it.
Yep.
Is there a binary trigger for a butter churn?
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Actually, there is. My daughter one time asked me if we could make butter at the house. She wanted to kind of watch the process, so we went. Well, there used to be one of these hippie stores down here, and so we went in there and
dirty hippies.
Yeah, it was. I can't even remember the name of the place, but we bought up a bunch of unpasteurized milk, and
there was nothing fake back in the day, so there were no binary anything back. Back in the day.
But I used my binary whisk to make butter that time. It took like 2.5 minutes to make butter.
Oh boy,
sounds about right.
So,
triggers. Good Lord.
Vanessa says her first job can be discussed another day, but her secondary job in the U.S. Air Force was health inspector.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
Uh-oh. Yeah. That means her first job was an asset for the CIA.
Probably. Or she was one of those commando types. I just know it.
Didn't Nighthawk Medic just turn out a shotgun video?
I've been turning out a lot of shotgun videos because I can get ammunition for them.
Cool.
Yeah, shotgun ammo is about all you can find these days. without having to buy it online at ridiculous prices at some places.
So I had a massive stockpile of it long before any of this happened because I'm kind of the guy who goes into the store and buys one of everything on payday, right? And so, man, there was a time where you could get that 1,100, 1,200 feet per second birdshot for nothing, like $4 a box for 25 rounds. Mm-hmm. So I have a butt ton of that stuff.
Yeah.
It is great for figuring out whether or not the semi-automatic shotgun you're firing has been properly designed or not, because otherwise it won't run.
I've been looking at those bullpups, those shotguns, for quite a while. Now they're $150, $200 more than what I was looking at them for. So
yeah, I mean,
I'm kind of like, well, I might take a break.
I mean, I was looking at them when they were like $399, and I'm like, I probably should have bought one because now they're like $600.
So let me share a little insight from someone who's been firing those things for a very long time. So
they're not worth it.
Are you talking about me or what?
Well, you and I both, right? So the Turkish shotguns. So there's a couple of tricks about those that most people don't understand.
Don't buy them.
Well, some of them are really good and some of them are really crap.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but they have a trick that for some reason no domestic manufacturer has figured out, and that is that the magazine that they make for that shotgun, which by the way is cross-compatible across most of the shotguns, Turkish shotguns, is the best shotgun magazine I have ever used. And it's like, if you will for a minute, is the only thing that makes those lines possible. Mossberg went out and made a magazine-fed shotgun, and it is the most awkward, god-awful thing ever conceived. Remington's DM magazine should have been like one of those Turkish magazines. It looks like it in every way, except for they put this claw thing at the top of it that basically makes it impossible to use in any type of a tactical rig or to stick in your pocket. And so these Turkish shotguns all use this one kind of magazine, and it's amazing. And so if you spend the money on the higher end ones, and you understand how semi-automatic shotguns work and things of that nature, they're actually pretty nifty. I've run them in 3-gun, and I've even gone hunting with them a few times. I've got a MKA 1919 that I converted to full metal. So instead of having a polymer bottom, it's now full aluminum. And it's a great shotgun. It's a fabulous shotgun. It's reliable as all get out. But early on, people bought the cheap ones. They bought the ones that were $399 and expected it to run like a $1,000 shotgun. And that wasn't ever going to be the case, particularly if you were going to go out and shoot birdshot through it.
Yeah, but why are they $600 now? That's the problem.
Well, they're actually, so most of them, they're actually spending money on them now. So if you look at the video on the last one I reviewed, I'm going to tell you something that I told no one in the video. I took that box home from the store. I took the shotgun to the range, pulled it out of the box, and shot it. From the time that I reviewed it to the time that it came out of the box was about 100 shells, and it never misfired once.
Yeah, and you were showing those, it looked like the followers on the magazine, the ones that were like dipped down in the front versus like a regular follower.
Yep. So
we're not talking about cheese no more?
No.
Well,
you missed cheese chat again, man.
Well, those magazines were cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Struggle's real, bro. Struggle's real.
It is.
But the only difference was this shotgun has definitely a slightly different design around the magazines, or at least the follower of the magazine, excuse me. And you do not get that last shell to pick up and fire if you use a different model's magazines. But yeah, like I said, I think that I would still probably buy one. I would just work on getting the higher quality ones. Garasar is importing the better ones of those lines. And so if you look through the Garasar selection, the Fear models and things of that nature, they've got some pretty nice ones.
Yeah, Dunham's had that Panzer 12 gauge bullpup.
Panzer Arms.
For like $6.99 right now. And I'm like, I could have bought that for $4.99 a few months ago.
Well, like there's some pretty nifty ones out there. So I fired just about everyone on the market for a while over the course of the last few years. Like the Taver, that's, boy, if you're going to spend some money to
Taver.
I know.
Garen.
Yeah, that is one of the nicest ones in the world. Rock Island makes one. I think it's the VRBP 100 VRBP. It uses the same magazines. It runs great. And who's the company that makes it's a Saiga clone. Uses the magazines and everything. TriStar makes one too.
I've been looking at those Lynx shotguns. You've seen those, right?
Yeah.
I've been looking at one of those.
Well,
it's a Saiga style.
Yeah, I'm not. You'll never see me review one of those unless one of my viewers specifically requests them. I'm not big into. I have a Vepr 12, but I don't have any other Russian shotguns. I never got into the Saigas.
Yeah.
They look pretty cool, but I never bought one.
I really like the Vepr 12. That is an amazing shotgun.
Need an AA-12.
Yeah, I had one on order. And then Sol Invictus Firearms screwed me. I fired that shotgun once in my life, and when they came up, I've wanted one ever since then. When Sol Invictus put out that shotgun, I was number 8. My shotgun would have been numbered number 8. They wrote us all these letters about how great it was going. I kept the whole chain of them. And then this letter comes out, and it says, oh, by the way, we accidentally sent the ATF a machine gun, and now they won't let us design the shotgun.
Oh.
And I was like, So I wrote them back, and I was like, are you serious? Cancel my order. And they write me back and say, well, we can't afford to cancel your order because we spent your money to put other things out. I was like, and this is why you use American Express, ladies and gentlemen. I called Amex up, and I was like, vendor is refusing to pay, and they reversed it. Yep.
Oh, man.
American Express said, oh, no, you didn't.
Made me so mad. I will forever sing their ill.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, please.
Don't hold back.
Go back. Therapy.
None of this exists until you bring it to the Chattanooga Rifle Club and let me shoot it.
Wait, what do you want to shoot? What do you want to shoot?
I don't know. I'm kind of spoiled that the owner of the Chattanooga Rifle, the director of the Chattanooga Rifle Club has all these machine guns that he can let to shoot. So, but I haven't shot your fancy shotgun.
Dude, come! I'm telling you, tomorrow. Let's go to my range down here and shoot it.
What range? What range? You talking about Hickson?
Yeah.
Hey, Nighthawk, what about those Black Aces shotguns? What do you know about those?
So Black Aces Tactical, the ones that have been forever making fancy toy shotguns for a long time. I've used a couple of them, man. I wasn't really impressed by them. There's some people out there that really buy into that big time. And so, again, this is purely my opinion. I think they make toys. I think they make custom toys. And some of them fire great, and some of them don't work at all.
Mattel approved.
Mattel approved. As we used to call the M16 the other day. It's made by Mattel.
Hey, I got a question. What do you think about those Stoker shotguns?
I think the Stoeger shotgun is the single most underrated shotgun in recorded history.
Hey, Nighthawk, I've got the M3500 3.5 inch, 28-inch barrel, and it is a goose slayer. I mean, it has never jammed on me. I've had that thing for 3 years.
Yep.
I love that thing. It's got the Benelli action in it, and I with coupons and other things, I got into that gun for like less than $400.
Oh yeah,
and
that's what I'm talking about. Use them coupons, homie. Yeah.
But no, in my opinion, Stoeger makes some of the best shotguns in the world, and
now
people don't get that.
Yeah, and the Condor is a good over and under, but it doesn't have ejectors. It just has extractors.
Right.
So
Right.
And they're kind of chunky. You know, if you hold them up to your shoulder, they're kind of chunky. But but for the price point, I almost got one. I almost did.
Well, the original pump is basically just an 870, but it's made out of much tougher stuff. You could beat an house intruder to death with the thing.
They had that Stoeger, that tacked out one over and under. I forget what it was, Defender or something like that. Yeah. A guy that I bought my Performance Center 44 mag from tried to sell me that at the same time, and he wanted like $500 for it or something. I'm like, no, I'm good.
No, that M3000 Freedom line that they put out was basically the 930 series, the Mossberg 930 series, and you could never get your hands on one. They're always out of stock. They run great, and the price point on them is pretty impressive for a tactical. It's got a peep sight on it and a Picatinny top mount on it. It's a great little shotgun.
Just get yourself a 590 and forget about it.
I have 6
590s. Good Lord, y'all with your fancy little nerd guns.
Hallelujah! 590 is the best, baby.
590 is the best. Just forget about all these other fancy shotguns.
It's only the best because Remington is no longer making shotguns.
I've got a 30-year-old 870 that still runs just fine. That was my waterfowler, and it was a combo. I had the slug barrel on it and the 28-inch bird barrel.
Oh yeah.
And I used to use that, and of course I hunt with guys that all have Benellis and Berettas, and you know I'd shoot one shot. And they got 3 shots off. So I'm like, son of a bitch, I gotta get it off.
Y'all want to hear something funny? It took YouTube.
You need to work on the action, man. That's what it is.
What? Okay, so
work on the action.
All right. What accent?
Action.
Oh, I thought you said work on accent. I was like, what the hell? I'm from Tennessee. What am I going to do? It's like me telling a Mexican he's going to work on his accent.
Oh, you got an accent there.
Whoa!
You just sound more American.
You're hitting below the waist. Try to keep the gloves up.
Hey, keep the gloves up. Hey, at least I don't take my cousin. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, don't worry.
My best friends are Mexican, okay? So I'm just kidding.
He's got a backup, man. He's got me.
Lovely.
My dudes are.
They're multiplying.
Oh God!
So, I told you guys, stop feeding them after midnight. You know what happens.
Oh my God!
Don't get wet.
And nobody ever saw Night Strike.
Have you not watched any of my videos?
No.
Videos. All my dudes, man. Okay.
No, Tony, we're just sitting around. We know.
We love each other. Okay. We all cabron each other every day. Okay.
Hey, I like how you had that conversation with those turkeys, dude. That was badass.
Oh, that was the funniest thing because those turkeys have been hanging out for days and days, months actually. And finally, I was like, you know what, Bear, we're going to stop and talk to them. I'm tired of them just wandering around, following us around, So It's funny because that's a little pocket wilderness, right? So they know they're not going to get shot at there.
Yep.
And so they hang out in that little pocket wilderness, and I knew they would be friendly. So
yeah, it's just you don't want to talk to those turkeys on the wrong side of the tracks, though. I tell you.
Yeah. No,
Hey.
same thing with military facilities. We get all these big ass deer, and I mean, we're talking like pools, and you can't shoot them inside the bison. Like, man, everybody's like salivating. I wish I had my buddy.
We were on a Mark 19 range one time, and man, I'm from Tennessee. We're out there, right? Rifles, Mark 19s, 50 calibers, and a whole group of deer just decide to wander across the range. And I'm sitting there going, 40 millimeter at this range, I could have us all lunch. But obviously the tower was like, put your weapons on safe.
Did you watch? Did you watch?
Did I tell you guys the story when I shot a cow with an M1 tank?
Okay, hang on. Stop for a minute. Mario, were you at Fort Hood?
Yes.
Okay, Mario, tell your story, and I'm going to tell a follow-up story. And if you are the person in my story, Mario,
holy shit, that's awesome.
Go ahead, please, sir.
Okay. All right. We were in Fort Hood, right? We're doing our qualification run, our qualification table, and there is 2 engagements, right? One is a stationary target which pops up, right? And then there's a moving target, and the thing about it is everybody gets an idea of where the moving target comes on because you do like a little recon and shit, right? So all of a sudden I shoot my stationary, go to my moving target, and it's like clockwork, dude. This thing is moving the same speed as the moving target. And as soon as I saw it, I gave I said to my tank commander, hey, identify target. Then he gave me the fire command, and I shot it. But when I shot it, I could see through my sight, and it was like pieces flying everywhere.
Pink mist.
What did I just shot? and then all of a sudden, the fucking tower's like, ceasefire. Like, fuck!
So it's not the same story, but so do you know how much your unit has to pay for that cow when you atomize a cow?
I think it was like $5,000 they paid.
Yes.
Atomize.
So I was driving. I used to be a medic at TMC 14. Okay, my last duty station, and I was traveling from South Fort Hood to North Fort Hood on that range road. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
And as I was coming up the road, there was an Abrams. So there were, that they sometimes cross the road going between ranges in places. But there was an Abrams stopped. And tanks never stop on that road. And they sure don't dismount. And so as I was coming, I could see the commander and the whole crew had dismounted. And I thought somebody was hurt. So I stopped my car and I grabbed my aid bag and I jumped out and ran over to them. Well, most people who have never been in the service don't know this, but in the military, nobody thinks medics' legs work. And so when there's a problem and they spot you, they tend to grab you and pull you towards the problem. Well, over the years, I learned just to let that happen, right? Not to fight it. Not, get off me, damn it. But one of the tank crew spotted me, and they grabbed me and start dragging me over towards the front of the tank. And so I get over to the front of the tank, and there is this cow lying on the ground that they have run over with an Abrams tank, with a 70-ton battle tank, okay?
He's like,
and they have practically cut it in half.
Sweet.
And so the commander turns to me and says, Doc, is there anything you can do?
Right. Who wants hamburgers?
He's like, give me your sidearm.
Right. Well, this thing is 3 shades of dead.
Yeah.
But what he's thinking is $5,000. Okay.
Oh yeah. We like duct tape them together and
right.
Hopefully it'll work.
And so I walk over to the cow and I look at it and I'm like, this thing's dead. But I do the whole check the carotid pulse just for the entertainment of the audience there. And I turned to the commander and I said, well, you boys probably should watch how you steer next time. And the whole crew started laughing, and I realized that it was a giant Texas deer that they had run over with a tank. Yeah,
I get it.
But
did you grab him like Jim Carrey did on Me, Myself, and Irene by the nostrils?
This cow's not dying.
Let go, girl. Let go. No, but for a minute there, I thought I was about to know the other end of that tank crew, Mario. I thought maybe it was you.
No. I shot the motherfucker. There was just pieces of that motherfucker everywhere.
Atomized the cow.
And then every time all the guys were saying that, here comes the moo killer. Fucking dicks. I hate you guys. And then I got a lot of stupid shit in Fort Hood. I swear to God.
Oh, we all did.
And then one time we had there's this road that goes down what we call Cowhouse Creek, right?
Yep.
And Medic knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Well, there's this hump, right? And it kind of looks like that shit from the theme of Dukes of Hazzard, right? So one time we finished early, right? And we were like, hey man, this stuff's expensive, bro. You know,
right?
We were like, yeah, hey bro, let's do Dukes of Hazzard on this road. We're like, all right, fuck it. If you win, I mean, dude, I'm hauling ass. We had just gotten the brand new M1A2s, and they had like brand new jetpacks, and them motherfuckers go like 45 miles an hour and shit.
Oh yeah.
And I hit the hump, and I go, shit. And then we hit that shit, dude. We broke like every torsion bar in the fucking track. We were there for like all night trying to fix the damn track, but it was worth it. Damn it, it was good. Good time.
Yeah, that was the hood. Gosh, that was
you know,
100 years ago.
My saying is that I went from one hood to the other. That's all that is.
Well, if there was a South Fort Hood and a North Fort Hood, then you did.
Hey, dude, Fort Hood covers 2 counties, bro.
Yep.
That's how big that fucking place is.
Yep. Let me tell you what, though, if you're stationed there, and if you're a medic, so you can do a couple of things with living there that's pretty cool. So when I was at North Fort Hood, I had a barracks up there that was separate from my living quarters down in South Fort. In South Fort, I had an apartment. But I had a barracks room assigned to me at North Fort. Not one of those old World War II barracks out there, but one of the more modern barracks over next to the chow hall. Well, what we would do is we would go out drinking and drink our way till we ended up in Gatesville through all the different bars, and then finish the night up in Gatesville, and then come on to post and sleep it off at those barracks up at North Fort Hood. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was the Drunken Olympics is what we called it.
Yep.
And I can tell you, man, I used to get drunk off of Mickey's all the damn time. Why? Because it was cheap.
Oh, yeah.
It was like dirt cheap. Get Mickey's, man.
I did a lot of Coors Light.
Gun Channels used to have an Israeli member, and he was a tank pilot. I guess I don't know what they call them, pilots or drivers for the Defense Force Reserve. And he was telling us about how one time his unit had to run over an entire herd of cows because the commander said so.
Well, I mean, they could have been. I'm not going to say that on Night Strike's channel.
Wait.
No. I'll say it for you. I said it to him. They could have been Palestinian cows.
Yeah, there you go.
Were they evil cows or ill-tempered?
Well,
were they ill-tempered?
Did they have laser beams on their freaking heads?
Well, the way he described it is he was picking out chunks of cows for days out of the tracks.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you do it for days. They have a pit that you clean tanks in. You just drive the tank down through the pit. That would probably do most of that.
Well, apparently they gave him a hose and a brush, and they told him to do it by hand.
Well,
man.
In the United States, we drive our tanks through pits.
I know, but again, the whole story is like, I can't believe you did that. He's like, yeah, I never want to do that again.
Yeah, it wouldn't be, especially if you were unbuttoned. That would be nasty.
Oh yeah.
Oh, John Z's out there.
What up, John?
John Z's out there. Oh my, it's over. We're done.
Oh,
We're moving on. It's already 7:09. We've been live for an hour. It's time to close it up and go home. If you say Night Strike, aren't you already home? That's besides the point.
Besides the point.
Besides the point. So, all right, but no. I mean, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
I don't know. Good to reminisce.
I got a question to the military guys. Have you guys done the war games with the Miles gear, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, can you shoot your own guys?
Yeah. It's literally kind of like laser tag. Well, okay. Let me put a modifier on this. Miles gear circa ending 2009. Okay. Mm-hmm. It was basically laser tag gear. Your rifle it initiated when your rifle pulled the trigger and it got a gas impulse from the rifle. And so if you didn't have ammunition, it wouldn't fire the laser. But essentially everybody walked around with points on their uniform, and you could shoot at them with a rifle loaded with blank rounds. And so it didn't matter what side you were on. No.
Yeah, because I had a buddy of mine saying that the lieutenant was a dick, so sometimes they would shoot him. You know,
yeah.
They would shoot him out. So they'd be like, boom, 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 boom. Oh, come on, guys. Why do you keep shooting at me? Oh, so that's it, sir.
Oh, so that's who you are. We were
You're downrange, LT. What the heck?
We thought it was
screamed.
Charlie.
I had a buddy of mine who was stationed in Fort Wainwright in Alaska, and he told me that when they have war games in California, what was it, OPFOR and all those, Fort Irwin?
TC,
yeah, NTC. Yep. And they told me that they would have war games out there and all stuff like that. I'm like, oh man, that must be hilarious. You know,
it was always fun when you get to attack each other and make play war with each other. It's good training to compete against guys who are your same skill level or better too. So I have been in several situations over the years where we've trained, and a lot of, if you're stationed at North Fort Hood or you're stationed at Fort Hood and you do any work through North Fort Hood, especially during the Afghan campaign and the train up for the Iraqi campaign, there was a lot of training that went on up there. And so you had 75th guys and different guys up there training National Guard and Army Reserve units, and they were using Miles gear.
Yeah, that's always cool to see. And I'm always remembering the scene in Heartbreak Ridge, man, where the guys are like, "This is the Miles gear, you know, gonna have a war game and stuff." I was like, "Oh, that's cool, man. That'd be awesome to try it." You know,
Miles gear is pretty much universally considered the worst version of that available. It's pretty bad, but it does.
You hate life. You hate life.
What's that, Mario? I missed it, brother.
I said you'll hate life, especially when you have to put that head harness on you, 10 ounces on your freaking head, and if you're wearing that all day, man, your neck, everything.
It's heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's real heavy.
Man. Then of course when you get hit, you get that beeping sound that only the certain people can turn it off.
It's not as glorious as they make it.
No.
Yeah, that's well. See, I used to be I used to be what they call an OC, an observer controller. So I'm basically the guy that's kind of like the referee managing everything, right? So there's times I had a gun, so I could shoot people if I like let's say they got an RD simulation and it was near their the required area of detonation and it was going to hit them. I would kill them, right? And do a casualty card.
Yep.
They get all pissed off. They get all fucking pissed off, dude. But one time I had to use it when I was in Holmesfels in Germany, and I was the OC for a Danish recon platoon. I actually made a video of it on YouTube. If you guys want to check it out. But anyways,
I should check it out.
They were fighting the Hawaiian National Guard, and they were getting their asses handed to them, bro. The Hawaiian National Guard was kicking the shit out of them, bro. I had to start killing our guys. I'm like, hey man, I gotta kill you. And they were laughing. They're like, all right, sorry, no problem. And, but dude, it was bad, bro. Like having to do the after action review was really horrible. Yeah.
Well, and most people don't realize the 25th Light Infantry is down there. You run up and down volcanoes all day. Those guys are in pretty good shape.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. The National Guard from Hawaii was whooping that ass, man. I was like, yeah. It was bad. I'm like, damn, that's Hawaiian National Guard. What about if you get some Main-side fucking National Guard unit? They'll whoop your ass too.
Well, it depends on the unit. Had you grabbed any of the reserve units that I was stationed with towards the end of my career, I can guarantee you they would have wiped the floor with those guys. But those were all hospital units. They were they were doctors and nurses, and
they're used to lattes and comfort.
Yeah. Well, my first duty station as a reserve, or my first unit as a reservist was a mobile support hospital. It was an MSU, and those guys. We were packing up tents, putting them back down, and redeploying field hospitals, kind of like MASH.
Yeah, like a MASH.
Yeah, it was DETMEDS tenting, and that was a terrible job. And most, and you didn't necessarily always have engineers with you either. So a lot of times you were doing that as a bunch of medical support people.
Yeah, you better learn how to use a shovel and how to hit a hammer.
Yep.
Yep. That's good times, man. I do like watching like people that never done anything like that and they're doing it. It's hilarious. Watching a bunch of people that never put up a tent before, fucking hilarious. You just died.
Well, Mario, what years were you in?
Oh, I started in '98 and I'm retired right now at November. I'm actually on my terminal.
Hey, congratulations, brother. So you'll remember those big old canvas tents then.
Oh, yeah. Big old GP medium tents.
Yes.
Oh, they smell like ass. And fucking
yep.
Don't try to put one of those things in the fucking rain. You fucking hate life.
Yep. We were putting one up one time at Fort Sill. It was right in the middle of tornado season. Say again?
I said Oklahoma.
Yeah, right. And the wind caught that thing, and it hauled 3 soldiers about 50 feet, 10 feet off the ground like a sail.
Oh, I believe it.
And I was sitting there watching that going, oh, God, that's going to be expensive.
No wonder they really stake those things down,
You
yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad they made them so much nicer now. And the newer tents, man, they are so cool. They even have solar panels on them, bro.
Wow.
Oh, really? Wow. That's awesome.
It's going to have like solar generators and all kinds of shit. I'm like, this is some bullshit. I'm retired.
Now you come out with this shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. All this shit, man. The struggle was real back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like it.
And getting the A2s.
Oh, yeah.
I had an A1, an M16 A1 in AIT when I went through medic training at Fort Sam Houston, and I was
Big
like,
ass freaking musket.
"Yep, this thing is 100 years old."
Hold on, did they issue you the M7 bayonet with it?
No, they did not.
Well, you got cheated.
Well, something you have to understand about medics. So after basic training, the next time you really use a weapon is in AIT, and you only have it for training purposes. So I didn't hump a rifle again until I got to my first units.
Oh my God, I don't want to hear no more.
Yeah, I know.
I slept with my damn rifle all the time.
Right. But yeah, it was almost a year before I humped a rifle again after basic training.
The struggle's real over there in Sam Houston.
It was terrible being a single mid-20s at Fort Sam Houston. Just awful.
And then you got San Antonio right next door. I'm like, oh my God.
It was the end of the world.
Yeah, apparently, Mad, yes, everybody left the chat, apparently, because you and John are the only people that have said anything so far lately.
Everybody else is here just to be polite.
Everybody's like,
people are listening to us.
Everybody listening, but they're on their phone, or they're on the computer. They're looking at porn right now, and stuff.
So I have no idea.
Now, my buddy told me that.
I like this angle.
Okay, and my buddy told me when he was in basic, he told me that when you would be sleeping and stuff, you had to sleep with your weapon and you had to secure it because the drill sergeant would go in there and he would try to take it away from you. And my friend told me, he goes, "Yeah, man, I slept on top of it, man."
Let me tell you something.
No way in hell he's going to take it away from me.
If your fire guard lets a drill sergeant steal your weapon, I would freaking drown that person in the shower. So we had what was called a fire guard.
Dog, you're supposed to save lives. Come on now.
Well, no, I don't care. I would have ended that after they got done smoking me. I would have ended that guy. And so the fire guard's supposed to, if a drill sergeant comes into a bay to do a head count, the fire guard's right there with them, right? Mm-hmm. They're right there on top of them. So there's no world where if you're sleeping with you, if you're racked up with your rifle, that anybody would ever take it away from you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd have been mad. Now, when we did like FTXs and field ops and things of that nature, if you were in a fighting position, you had to be aware of your weapon. But even then, you should have been battle buddied up, right? So,
man, you're making me sick. God, are you serious?
Remember, he was a medic.
Oh yeah.
No, man, my medic was hardcore, bro.
Well, I was pretty hardcore when I was with combat arm units, but there's times in between there, right?
Did I tell you the story of how my medic almost broke the wall?
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Yeah, we went over that one last time.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Well, I tell people all the time, if you're tied to First Cav or 3ID or one of those places, you're doing whatever they're doing at that time, right? So you become air cav, you become mobile infantry, you become whatever that unit you're tied to, you become that at that time. But there are times as a medic where you're stuck at a hospital, right? And so that's easy money. That's warm beds and showers and everything.
And warm food.
Yep, and hot food. Yeah, 3 hots and a cot every night.
Cool. That's awesome.
I hate you.
When my buddy was stationed in Alaska, it was hilarious because since we're from Bronzeville in South Texas, at the time it never snows. So my friend goes like, "Wow, the first year snow, and second year in the Army, snow, awesome. Third year snow, fourth year, I hate fucking snow. I hate snow. I don't want to see snow anymore. It's all white,
Well, it's all white. They have to shovel it all the damn time.
Man.
And actually, when you're in Fort Richardson, I think that's where he was at, or the other place. In Alaska, they do cold weather training.
Mm-hmm. Mickey Mouse boots.
Yeah, you basically have to. Yeah, they give you those big ass Mickey Mouse boots and shit, and you're walking in the snow and that crap. But then, what's even crazier, you got to dig a hole around you, right? And most of the time, the snow's like 3 or 4 feet tall. So, no, I'm saying like 3 feet. And and you're laying down and you got like this little cocoon, and he says that it's actually warmer that way. When it was, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Well, it sucked, but still crazy.
Man.
Yeah, he used to tell me like when it was 24-hour daylight or 24-hour night and stuff. Like, what time is it? And if it was like 24-hour light, he'd be like, oh, it's 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. and stuff. Well, dude, it looks like it's 12 in the afternoon or something, you know? And then it would be at night. And at night, it would just be like hilarious, you know?
New York Outcast has left us, so, you know, we'll
it.
We'll go on without him. Well, actually, it might be time to close up shop, but, you know, I'm just saying.
Who's next?
Next.
Yeah, who's
next?
It's Friday night. I have beer, and my wife is visiting our new nephew.
You ain't doing anything.
You're walking naked in the house, is he?
Yeah, that's exactly. I actually have almost every gun I own out of the safe, and I'm sitting here drinking.
Yeah. Baller.
This is fun time. Mom's gone.
Yeah. That's cool. Let the fun times begin.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine is like when his wife would be like on a trip, you know, like for work or something, you know, and he'd be like, "Hey man, what? The wife's gone. Okay, let's go to a titty bar." That's like, dude. Why is it the only time when your wife's not in town that you want to go? You know,
those are the worst though. You end up babysitting them because they get drunk as hell and they spend all their money. And they have no self-control because they never go to titty bars during the week, so they're trying to marry
I
the
was
stripper.
always like the chaperone. I gotta gather my kids. I'll be like, "Come on, kid, you can't go in there no more." But sorry, I can go one more time. No.
Get in there, motherfucker. We used to. We had a rule, and that is when the medic was too drunk to stand, then everybody would leave, and so they'd have me propped up in the corner with a drink in my hand and a soldier on either side of me to keep me vertical.
Weekend at medic. Weekend at medic.
Yep, it worked good. Yeah. I just smile every time the first sergeant walked by. You know?
I heard.
You remember that country club that was right outside Killeen?
Yep.
You remember that place?
I can't think of the name of it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, my fucking guys got me drunk off my ass on my 21st birthday, right?
Right.
And they took me over there, and I mean, they were just giving me Texas tea and all kinds of drinks. I was hammered, bro. And one of those guys hooked me up with his cousin who was in town.
Oh,
right?
Shit.
So,
yeah.
And I was like, okay. I thought I was going to get laid or something. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But I was drunk, bro. And then the guys would be like, come on, man, let's go to the dance floor. I'm like, all right. And I'm dancing and stuff. Because, you know, for like 30 minutes, they put like modern music. They don't put, I mean, not modern music, but I mean, non-country music, right?
Yep. Slow dance.
So no, they have like hip hop going on and I'm dancing. And this girl's like grinding on me, right? And I got it. And I don't remember this, right? I remember they said that I leaned her forward and I dropped her ass. and she hit her head on the dance floor. And instead of me picking her up, I left and went and got a drink.
Touchdown.
Yeah, my guys were like, dude, you could have scored.
I heard Nighthawk Medic is having a chat right after this.
No, I wish I could. Sorry, I have no idea how any of this works.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. You can hit the button, Frank. Frank, you'll be fine. But, yeah, wow, I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys.
I got a chance to go to Brownsville one time.
Oh, did you?
Night Strike's trying to shut her down.
Night Strike's trying to shut her down, dude. We got to bail.
This is like a midnight range chat.
Yeah.
The panel won't let him shut it down.
No. Let him finish the Brownsville because that's where George lives.
Yeah, George, I went to Brownsville, and I go there, And I'm like, oh, it's my people. Oh, my people in here. Everybody dropped. No, but it was good times, man. Brownsville's a great place. You know, it gets a rep because it's right by the border, but it's actually a nice place, man. I really liked it over there.
Yeah. A lot of people like to go across, man. They like to go to Matamoros or Reynosa or something else, somewhere there they party and stuff, you know.
You ever been to Nogales?
Yeah. Fuck no, I don't want to get shot.
No.
I've been to Nogales.
No, that's a Bolo location. You're not allowed to go there.
Yeah.
No, Nogales, Arizona. It's a city that's on the border.
Yeah, that's just as bad, bro. No, hell no.
Yeah. We used to have Bolo areas where we were not allowed to go to those places.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There was this one little crappy ass. You remember when you take the backside road from Fuller to Austin, Texas? There's this one little town, and it has one bar, and I remember it was part of the Bolo list. And I'm like, how the hell did this get in here? I'm like,
it was a biker bar, wasn't it?
It's a biker bar. Yep, exactly, bro. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Got in trouble or something, yeah.
Oh no, they probably got beat. Bro. They probably went in there and said, "I'm going to start a bar fight with my combatives."
Yeah.
They go in there, beat. Oh, did you kill me?
No, any place could end up on the Bolo list if somebody got arrested there, basically. So
everybody got arrested. Yeah.
All right, so let's let Night Strike shut this down, and I'll attempt to start a new one if we want to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a great idea. Thanks, guys, for jumping in. I did not expect everybody to attend, but everybody did attend. So, hey, there we go.
Start talking about cheese. I'm going to show up, bro.
No, we're not talking about cheese tonight. No.
The next one will be Slim Jims and cheese. There we go.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the next topic. That's the next topic.
Oh yeah.
That's next week's topic.
Hell yeah. That's the greasiest shit ever, man. Oh my god.
I prefer just regular beef jerky. All right. With that, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you. I'm back again on Tuesday for Hit or Miss Tuesday nights 9 o'clock. So take it easy, guys. We'll see you later.
Take it easy, chat.
Thanks for watching this train wreck. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry I fucked it up.
Have a good one. Bye, Felicia.
No, it's fine. You're fine.
Shut up, you infringed.
Shut up, infringed.
There we go.